What's up, guys? Mike Thomas, aka the Young Trishula here, and I am here once again. It's been a very long time, actually, since I've been here once again with Twitch chat. They're still over here, and we're back. And did you know that Dragon Link is also back? That is right. Dragon Link is back in Master Duel. I've been playing a little bit of Dragon Link recently on Master Duel, and it's actually not that bad. It's like kind of good. It has a pretty good Blue Eyes matchup, has a good matchup into the Bestial control decks. And it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Is it the best deck in the game? No, absolutely not. It's very power crept because we are still playing dragons in the year of 2025. But it can compete, and if you are like me and you love dragons and you just want to switch it up a little bit, very fun deck to play, and it's not Blue Eyes, and it can win. So let's get into it. I think I went like 18-0 or something with this deck the other day in Master Duel. So let's take a look at this. And you'll see I have called it Korean Dragon Link. That's because we're playing some really cool tech cards that were inspired by a Korean player that I believe got second place on the global ladder using a very, very similar list not too long ago, I think last month. And this deck's been a lot of fun. So you'll see that it is still pretty much the same Dragon Link that it's always been. You know, we have our 2 Wyver Burster, our 2 Collapse, our Rocket package of 2 Tracer, Recharger, and Absolratter. We're on our 3 Starliege Seyferts, and also Caliber. Sorry about that. I forgot that we play Caliber. But you can see that we're not on the Black Metal Dragon. And that's because we play the new Primite Dragon Ether Barrel. You've seen this card on ladder, probably. You know, it's the Blue Eyes, like, starter card, because Drill Beam, good card. But what this card does for dragons is pretty cool. So not only is it a dragon, so you can go into your Striker Dragon, you can go into the Blue Eyes Link one with it, but it also gives you access to stuff like Drill Beam and also Primite Roar. And if you don't know what Roar does, it's basically emergency teleport for any vanilla monster. And would you believe that there are vanilla dragon monsters in the game? Primarily Koumori Dragon, which is a level 4 dark dragon. So Koumori Dragon was always one of my favorite dragons growing up. Starter deck Yugi. I think these were literally my 2 favorite cards as a kid. Koumori Dragon and Blue Eyes. So seeing them in like an actual competitive deck, and my pet deck of all decks too, is crazy. So having the ability to go for Primite Roar to summon out the Koumori Dragon from deck just as a free extender is really, really cool. But also having the Primite Roar interaction to banish your opponent's normal summon. So if they summon the Neptibus out, you can banish that. If they summon a Chundra, you can banish that. And I had that happen a couple times, which was really, really funny. And then also being able to hit stuff like opposing Ether Barrel if you have the Blue Eyes in your graveyard. Why are we playing Blue Eyes? Well, Blue Eyes obviously is a light that we can banish off of our Collapse Serpent. Same thing with Koumori Dragon being a dark for Wyver Burster. But another really cool axis that this deck gains by playing the Primite cards is that we are actually able to bluff like we're playing a Blue Eyes strategy if we open Ether Barrel. Because a lot of the time, you can go normal summon Ether Barrel, you know, get your Lordly Load, search your Drill Beam, right? You're doing just fine. And then you go up into your Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Now, because this is a common choke point in the Blue Eye strategy, people often use an Ash Blossom or an Imperm on Spirit with Eyes of Blue, and then you reveal, gotcha, I was not playing Blue Eyes, I'm actually playing Dragon Link. And then you can do stuff like play Chaos Space or go for Wyver Burster, Collapse, whatever you have, and just kind of go from there. And it actually ends up working out very nicely for the deck a lot of the time. And so that's one of the really cool things that you can now do with this deck. Another really cool thing is that because you have Spirit with Eyes of Blue, if you have the ability to go into Spirit of Eyes of Blue, and then say you have like your Wyver Burster or your Collapse or something like that, you're actually able to make your Striker Dragon underneath the Spirit with Eyes of Blue, search for your Boot Sector launch, and then make your Pisty next to the Striker before you make Romulus, so you're actually able to get all of your searches and trigger Pisty without overcommitting to the board, which is really, really nice for the deck. So it's been a lot of fun to play this deck. It has room for a lot of Bestials, which are good into the meta. You can obviously go up on the Bestial count if your pocket meta, you know, just needs more bestials to interact with, but it's been a lot of fun. I've liked playing this deck. The only thing that I think that you maybe want to do is consider playing Delindrus. Now, I'm not a big fan of Delindrus normally, but sometimes this list does just want to play low to the ground and, you know, make the Borland plus the Savage board, you know, just off of a couple cards, because not much in the format can actually deal with that. But I have chosen to play the Triple Burst still because I still believe that is better than the Delindrus Dragon, and I was running Delindrus for a little bit when I was playing the deck, and the first time I lost to that, to having Delindrus instead of Triple Burst, I took it out of the deck, never looked back, went undefeated for like 18 games in a row, and I was pretty happy with it. So I say play Triple Burst, but I think that we're starting to get to the point where you can consider Delindrus, but maybe not now that a lot of people have realized bestials are pretty good in this meta. Another thing that's a bit unique about this deck compared to other Dragon Link decks that I've posted in the past is that grass looks greener is included because we now have good reasons to do so, such as milling Primite Roar. This is a free interaction if we mill it, as well as trying to hit into the Seifert plus Lubellion, but also Seifert add Blue Eyes to turn on your Drill Beam if you have found that you are not going to be able to set up your Drill Beam properly over the course of your combo. So just some stuff to think about with this deck. It's performed very well, a lot of fun, definitely try it out. But while you're here, before you go, there is something very important, which is that I'm going to be posting a gameplay video of this deck, and, you know, some other decks as well in the coming days. So definitely go give that a watch and let me know how you feel about it, because it is a little bit of a different direction for what the main channel normally posts. But you guys have always asked for more gameplay, and there is a bit of gameplay as well as some funny moments in there. So definitely go check that out if you're interested, and just let me know if you like that type of content or not, because I'm going to be experimenting with some new content on the channel. So definitely check that out. Give this deck a try because it's a lot of fun, and, you know, we're still going to be playing Dragon Link in 2025, maybe even in 2026. Who knows? So thank you guys for watching, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, etc. And have a good one. Bye-bye.